We are recording. And I
Mhm.
have the lovely Cindy O'Connell with me today, and we're going to be talking about all things to do with healthy makeup, healthy lifestyle. And Cindy, you're over in the States, and I know you're going to introduce yourself. Just say hello to the group, tell everybody where you are and a little bit about you and what you do.
Oh, yes, thank you. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Cindy O'Connell, and my business is called Bella Beauty Solutions because I love providing beauty solutions. I do all the research, all the legwork. I sample out, I do it myself, and I don't talk about it or refer unless I know it's good for you. Um,
Fantastic.
I I am very conscientious about natural. My actual commercial is I provide all natural beauty solutions because I feel that whatever we put on our skin or no matter what we eat, whatever's around us breathing affects our bodies. Cancer runs pretty rampant in my family. I've lost three sisters. One's battling lung cancer now, fourth
Wow.
sister. Um, so then I did the research on that. And so just think about this. If you put something on your skin, it goes into your bloodstream in like 26 seconds. Oh my, I
Yeah.
mean, seriously, we have to be careful about that, right?
The
So,
the skin's the biggest organ in the body. People don't realize this, just how important it is for our health. Yeah.
exactly. And breathing stuff in and it goes right to your lungs.
Yeah.
And so, years ago when I first moved to Arizona, and by the way, I am in Tucson, Arizona, and I love it here, and I'm going to be here until I get my ashes spread over the mountains. I love it here. Anyway, and I live with a man from Oxford, England, so we have a little bit in common here. But anyway, I was selling beauty products for many, many, many years. And there was a day when I just said, I don't even like what I'm selling. These people, I'm selling for a distribution company, and they're giving me 15 cartons of all these samples of poison.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, not only am I selling things I don't back up, but
Yeah.
I'm also selling things that are hurting people. And I'm also selling things that are making them money and hardly any for me. So I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
second here. I
Yeah.
need to get my own products. I need to create my own portfolio of products that I talk to people about.
Fantastic.
So that's when I decided to find a manufacturer in Florida. They produce all of my products. I did a lot of research on these products and which ones I wanted to carry, which ones work with what are effective, what aren't effective, what is in them. And also makeup. I have pure mineral makeup, mineral eyeshadows and blushes and so on, all of that. So I feel very confident about what I sell. And I teach people how to take care of their cosmetics. For instance, I do a segment on brushes. How
We were just
many,
talking about that before we pressed the recording button, weren't we?
oh, when
But
I hear
ask
people
the
say,
question, because I think it's just, the listeners have got to hear this. You can ask me the question, and I will honestly put my hand up and say, when did you last clean your brushes, Kay?
yes, when was the last time you cleaned your brushes, Kay?
I cannot remember. Is that bad?
Oh, and I get all these women saying, "Oh, I have all these breakouts," and I'm like, "God."
But I have to be honest. I'm a very natural person. So if I show you my makeup bag, it is virtually empty. There's very little in there.
So you don't
So
use
I
makeup
don't
brushes.
wear makeup. So, that's my excuse for not washing my brushes on a regular basis because I'm not using them. So, but
I have
yeah, can
another.
you imagine? People don't think about it.
They don't. The bacteria on there and all the buildup. Oh
Yeah.
yes, the washing brushes at least once a month minimum in a very good gentle shampoo, like a baby shampoo. Let them soak them really hot water and then rinse them really well. Fluff them all out and let them lay to dry. Perfect.
I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot of people dashing off now to the makeup bag and going, oh my goodness me, I have to wash my brushes because I
Oh my
haven't done
God,
them.
that's so awful. And some of them look like they're all over the place. The brushes are, I mean, they don't even look like a brush at that point. Anyway, also, how many people actually wash their face every single morning, every single night, and put something to moisturize their skin? I cannot tell you how many women have told me they do not wash their face at night. They're too tired. And I'll tell them, set an alarm for like 6 o'clock before you get all comfy, cozy in your pajamas and sitting on the sofa to wash your face.
It's just a habit, isn't it? I think. And you know, the thing that COVID's taught us is the hand washing habit. You know, we've now got into the routine that we need to wash our hands much more than we were doing before. And for me, washing my face is part of the process. I have a lady who provides me with natural soap here. So I have a bar of natural soap that's suitable for hands and face, and it's there ready to use. And I have a natural moisturizer, which is basically just bee products put together. And that's it. It goes on very, very easily. And it's a 2-minute job. I promise you, it's not hard.
And your skin looks fabulous.
Thank you.
It does. So some women, they were getting lazy, and I said, look, if I make it easy for you. So I was giving out prizes and gifts of wash those basic, no chemical, no paraben, already moisturized wipes.
Yeah.
And then I did the research on that and said, you know what? They don't disintegrate in the ocean.
No.
What was I thinking?
Yeah.
So I did the research on that. And now I give away these little sponges called clean sponges.
Yeah.
And you just wet them, wash your face. It takes everything off. If they want to use a cleanser, great, because the cleanser is good, but they don't have to. And they rinse it, hang it up for the next day. So we're saving the ocean, and the clean sponge is doing the job. So, I mean, I always give these beauty tips on how to do that. And also just things like mascara being old. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah. Let's go through that one, because that's so many people get eye infections and they wonder why. And mascara is one of the biggest reasons. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're right, Kate. Thanks for reminding me about that. Now, so yes, every 3 months, toss it in the trash.
And how do you know when to toss it?
Well, 3 months. So you mark, in my calendar, I put it right in my calendar, new contacts, change mascara. I mean, I put it all there. So in 3 months from now, an alert goes, I have an alert, change your mascara, change your contact lenses. I change them every month.
That's one of the easiest ways. The other way is to label it as you buy it and you bring it into the home, is to put a label, date bought on it, or date of expiration, so that it's brilliant. Time to check. Yeah.
Brilliant. Sometimes, in eyeshadows that you're putting it on your eye. Okay. So I take a cotton swab and I put alcohol on the top of it.
Yeah.
And I blot my shadows. I blot my blushes. It kills the bacteria. I don't do that, but maybe once a month. So I don't have to throw away my eyeshadow and blushes very often, because I make sure they're clean. My brushes are clean. So that's a really good tip too. And so also just cleaning out your cosmetic bag, because I actually just have offered all of the female groups I'm in this week. My thing this week is to anyone, please open your makeup drawers and bags, look at what's in there, and call me. And I will walk you through what you should throw away, what you can use and not use. How maybe you bought this stuff and you're like, I don't even know how to use it. Call me. I'll tell you. I won't even try selling you anything. Let me just save you from all of the expense and guide you through that process. It's a spring cleaning type of thing.
Exactly. And that's what this month of March is all about. It's about spring cleaning, and wherever we can spring clean, that we can bring in something that's going to help us be a healthier person, the better off the planet's going to be as well. Just like you said about, thinking about your natural cosmetics and the cleansers you're using, so that you're saving the planet. So if you've got a cloth that you can recycle and reuse, it's saving you money, but it's also saving it going into the sea and killing our wildlife, which in turn's making us ill. So it's a big cycle. So yeah, we can stop it from being a horrible, horrible cycle.
Yeah, and one of the questions I get a lot is I'm in my 60s, but I have a lot of customers that are in their late 50s, late 40s, and they're always saying to me, "Oh, my skin is so dry, my this or my that." One of my customers called me the other day and said, "Your moisturizer is not working very well." Because I went like this and my skin didn't go back to where it was. And I'm like, hello, water. You are dehydrated. Don't blame my moisturizer. Drink, drink, drink. I think women don't realize how much water they need. And when you can tell when you touch your skin and it comes back. I did give her another extra moisturizing topical, but I said, it's really internal. It's really important. I said, and you wash your face every night and put a little moisturizer on before you go to bed and drink
Yeah,
a glass of water before you go to bed.
yeah,
No. So
yeah.
I highly
I
recommend.
my tip for water is I have to pour myself a flask of it's a litre and a half out every day. I don't buy a bottle of water, but I have to put it into a jar and put it on the kitchen top. Otherwise, I do forget,
That's
and I'll get to maybe 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I'll look at the jar and go, oh, I haven't been drinking. So then I've got to top it up, which is a good time to top up, because sometimes if you top up too late in the night, then in the evening, then you're up all night. So especially at our age. So yeah, it's really important to get your water in. It does make a big difference to your skin.
Oh, definitely. So she was like, wow, I never thought about that. I drink Diet Coke all day. I'm like, no, don't even tell me that. That is not really what, that's not, it's got caffeine, so it's dehydrating you above and beyond that. It's got all these chemicals, and you wonder why your skin. Truly natural is the way to go, because it really does wreak havoc on your skin in the long run. When the people are, some of my customers are only in their 30s, but they're like,
I'll
but
be
wait.
fine until I get to 50 and then you won't be, yeah.
And then
But
I have to, and they'll say, but you're giving me this wrinkle cream. It's not working quickly. I said, because it took you 50 something years to get that wrinkle. You need to give it some time. I'm not going to exactly take away all of it. I'm going to try and reverse some of it in a little bit, but it took a long time to get there. So, give yourself a little break here. So, I mean, I get a kick out of all the comments, and
it's
you have to have
funny,
a sense
isn't
of
it?
humor.
And it's so easy to forget. I always think that the best facelift you can possibly have is one of laughter. And again, it's something that we quite often forget to do. Children laugh about 100 times a day, easy, without having to think about it. We probably laugh, if we're lucky, 10. And then we
That's a
wonder
shame.
why, we don't have that healthy glow. So it's getting out there and definitely smiling and laughing and giggling.
I would rather have smile lines than frown lines.
Yeah,
I'm serious. There's so many more frown lines than there are smile lines. So yeah, I agree with you on that. I watch funny videos almost every morning just to cheer myself up. But let's see what else. I have another tip too about keeping some kind of a hand lotion that's non-perishable in your car, a natural one, because our hands are in the sun, especially here. We're in the sun. So you always want to keep moisturizer, and even if you have a moisturizer, a little sunscreen,
yeah,
because they're like that, and our hands show our aging quickly.
yeah,
I
they
was
do.
mentioning to the UK about my sister was going through chemo. That's one of the reasons I carry some of her products, because she recommended them and they worked. She was going through chemo and her hands were raw, and she
Mm,
started using this hand cream. And and it works. Her hands are beautiful now, but I
yeah,
keep that hand cream in my car
yeah.
because, and it works. It works. So anything that you can do, like your décolleté, that always has to be moisturized and sunscreen, and always go up when you put it on. Reverse that gravity. And so when you're riding in your car, I feel that the sun's hitting here all the time. So definitely lots of sunscreen and moisturizer there. So
It's one of the things that I love to do when my husband's driving is I clean the glasses, his and
mm-hmm,
mine,
mm-hmm.
and I check my nails and I put some hand cream on. And
Oh, yeah.
I don't have mine in the car. I have a small tube in my handbag always. So yeah, I think that's a really, really good tip. I also have a pair of fingerless gloves, which I use for walking with. I love going out to walk, and my back of my hands are always damaged with the sun. So I find if I wear fingerless gloves when I'm working in the garden or when I'm going walking, it covers that area. So no matter, even if I put suntan cream on, it does, which I don't like using. I'm not a suntan cream fan because of what's in it. But what I find is if I cover up, then I don't get burnt. I can't get burnt. Whereas if I put some cream on, then I can possibly get burnt because I've forgotten to retouch.
No,
So
that's
yeah,
great.
fingerless gloves work for me really, really well.
You've got some great tips yourself, Kay.
Well, I
That's
think we make a perfect team, and I love what you've just said about offering anybody to to dump their drawer or their bag at your feet as such, and for you to help them go through that. I think that's just a really great thing you can do. I know that in the UK, I don't know the names of the places, but if you've got makeup that you've never used, you can give it to charity. And there are charities, particularly women's shelters, who are very happy to take makeup off you.
yeah.
And I think that's something to think about as well. If you've got things in your drawer that you've not used for 12 months, that have never been opened, it's a really good thing to do. It will give somebody a little bit of self-confidence if they have a little bit of lipstick to put on. So
That's
really think about where you can help in your local community as well.
that's a
Gives you
great
another
idea.
incentive to getting in there, doesn't it, I think?
Yes, I mean, it's taking up room too. And then when you're doing your spring cleaning and you're organizing your drawers, that's a great way to start right there. And sometimes it's money being wasted there if you just don't know how to use it or donate it, which I
Yeah.
think is brilliant. And there's a lot of women's groups here in Tucson that absolutely, and I've given a lot
Yeah.
because if I order a certain amount of things, I get free things and I donate those to Eagle Wings of Grace, for instance. They're really a good charity here. And yeah, so some of those women can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
It's a boost.
Yeah.
So
It's huge,
yeah,
isn't it? So
yes.
that's another incentive for doing it. What else was I going to ask you? Give us one more tip to finish with, because we've been chatting for a good nearly 20 minutes already. Give us one more tip to finish with.
Let's see. Well, okay. I love talking about anti-aging. I also like to help women that are aging and age gracefully. I have a lot of women that are, for years, were taught that when you have a powder, when years ago, if you had a little shine, you were, and then you looked like a cake with flop, with confectionery sugar all over it by the end of the day. But as
Especially
we
if you're
get
wearing
older,
a white shirt. Sorry, I interrupted. Carry on.
yes, it's true. It's true, right? So as we get older, we have these little creases and these little wrinkles, smile lines, as you would say. And then I highly recommend that anyone over, say, 55 or 60, depending on the skin texture, stay away from powders entirely. Just don't use powders. If you have a shine, just blot. Don't keep piling on the powders. I know we were brought up that way, watching movies and TV shows, and our moms powder, little compact powder, and by the end of the day, oh my goodness gracious, and it piles up in there, and it just brings the wrinkles out. Nowadays, the trend really is now healthy skin, meaning shine, and shine makes your skin look healthy and glowy and younger. So stay away from the powder, ladies, if you
I
can.
love that one. And straight away, I'm thinking of somebody who's going through menopause as well, with the hot flush, because there's nothing worse than having one of those hot flushes and then watching the makeup drip down your face at the same time as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, stay away from really heavy makeup. It goes into your pores anyway. So you in effect are eating it, which is not good
Yes,
for you because it's going inside you, and unless you know what's in it, it's likely to be poison.
absolutely. Oh, yeah, you and I agree on that. Totally. Yeah, even household products. I mean, I don't use
Yeah,
anything with nothing chemically in my house
yeah,
at all. And that affects your skin. That's exterior and it's
yeah,
in the air.
yeah,
So yeah, highly important.
yeah.
So yeah, we are on the same page when it comes to all of
I
that.
think you and I could sit and talk about this for a long time, Cindy. I think there's an awful lot there. I love the fact that we're talking spring cleaning, and spring cleaning makeups come up, and you happen to be synchronistically there in the group to support the ladies. So I'm going to finish now, but please, please, please contact Cindy if you really want some help. Take her up on her challenge. and she'll help you sort out your makeup and get you back on a healthy track. That's what this spring cleaning's all about.
And I can do that from Tucson on Zoom, right?
Perfect on Zoom. We love Zoom, don't we?
Yes.
We would be lost without it.
Yes.
Cindy, thank you so much for your time. And I know we'll speak soon. And so I'm just going to finish the recording and say goodbye.
Thank you, Kay. Appreciate it.